Let's run the play. Let's run the play. We about to record another easy peasy. You see what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Boom. 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 All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, yo, what it do? Welcome back to another episode of Elevation Talks. Y'all like that? Face tracking, you see what I'm saying? I like this because I get the vibe a little bit. Yeah, we back with another episode, man. We here to talk about faith, purpose, and execution. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, come on, listen. It's your girl, Naye the Gem Droppa. Yeah, I'm back in the building per usual. Yeah, I know y'all always like, where you at? Where you at? I'm busy. I'm working, okay? I'm just trying to get some structure in my world. You feel me? Why I give you structure for yours. You see what I'm saying? We in this together. Yeah. Today, we're going to be tackling a lot, all right? And it's something that everybody kind of going through right now. I ain't going to say everybody, but there are a lot of people that's experiencing this. And that's getting laid off. Or some of us are even thinking about quitting our job. Listen, let me just tell you something real quick. Before you panic, before you doubt yourself, hear me when I say this. This ain't a loss. It's a launchpad. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. Look, in the chat, let's just put some rockets in that joint. Yeah, it's a launchpad. And I say that because, listen, I know at first it don't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I know when you hear the news of like, yo, you just got fired or you just got laid off, it's the first thought of like, what am I going to do? I got bills, I got kids, you know what I'm saying? You start thinking about all the things that you got and the money that you're no longer going to have from this particular job, right? And it could be scary at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to hold you. When I experienced my first layoff, I was getting ready to move. I was in the middle of like launching elevation talks. Like, I'm just like, now is not the time to be losing the job. But it was a moment of like, you know what? I got to trust God. And it tested my faith like no other. And that was my first time experiencing a layoff. Like, fun fact, I had, like, before that time, I had never experienced a layoff, nor had I ever gotten, like, fired from a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime I've left a job, it's because I left the job. You know what I'm saying? So to experience something like that, that was new for me. You know what I'm saying? That was new. And I ain't even gonna hold you. I was expecting God to turn that thing around immediately. But the reality of it was I was laid off for a year before I got my next opportunity. At least my next big break, I'll say. But just stay tuned. So here's the thing, right? You're not starting over. You're starting with experience. And that right there is key. Sometimes when we think about starting over, it's like, man, I got to start from zero all over again. And it's like, actually, you don't. Like, if you would actually think about the skills that you were building in that particular job, you can see how it was basically helping reposition you or helping you pivot to what your next opportunity might be. You feel what I'm saying? Check this out. Before I got laid off from, like, the first time I got laid off, right? I remember I was learning, I was talking to clients. I was negotiating budgets. I had just started really learning how to navigate Canva because I come from like a world of like Photoshop and, you know, Adobe and all of those things. So an outlet like Canva was new to me because it wasn't as complex as Photoshop and Lightroom and all of that. You know what I mean? So it was something different, right? And so it's a few of us high level creators. We be looking at Canva like, or people that use Canva like, oh nah, you're not a real creator. I don't say that no more, but I ain't gonna lie. In the beginning, I was feeling like that. But at this job, I started realizing that the tools, the new skill sets that I was learning, I was actually able to take that to my next position. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I got done with that job, I was still utilizing Canva to recreate my resume, or utilizing Canva to really like continue to release my social media content. And you know what I'm saying? Just whatever it was that I was already doing at that previous job. It was like I had to sit back, take a moment, sit in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's normalize feeling some type of way after we lose the job, right? I don't ever want you to feel like this don't hurt, I'm finna keep going. Nah, you could be like, damn, that really caught my attention. Like that had me feeling some type of way. I'm not gonna hold you. But I think one of the biggest things is don't live in that emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, sit back, ask God for clarity, see where he trying to show you, see where he trying to take you. You know what I'm saying? And from there, like, start to slowly pivot. You know what I mean? Like, God work in really, really, really crazy ways. You feel what I'm saying? And so sometimes it's like losing that job or letting go of that job. It's slick be feeling like it was the best thing that ever happened to you. You know what I'm saying? And again, I know you don't feel that off top because it's like you're in this state of, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? What's next? And it's just like, it's an opportunity for you to, like I said, utilize the skill sets that you was building at that previous job, but also see what detour God is getting ready to take you on. Y'all have heard me say this before, but it's like when God gives you a detour, it's in your best interest to take the detour. I think it's, Jeremiah 29, verse 11? Yeah, like, for I know the plans for you. Like, I have plans for you. Plans to prosper you and not harm you. And so it's like the layoff is a surprise to you, but it's not a surprise to God. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't already accounted for it. You know what I'm saying? He already know exactly what's getting ready to happen. We just catching on to what's going on. And so again, I know it don't always feel good, and it's like trusting God is hard. You feel me? Like, it's hard because you don't have the blueprint. You don't know what's going to happen next. Like, it's literally, following God feels like a mystery movie. You know what I'm saying? That constant of just like, yo, hey, I'm nervous. I'm scared. Like, what we finna do? What's coming next? Like, and you have no idea. You won't know till you just keep going. You know what I'm saying? So, gem drop. It was already gems before this, if you caught it. But this one right here, gem drop. Keep going. Yeah. Even when you don't feel like it, even when you're unsure, keep going. Yeah. I ain't even got into my talking points yet, so I just want y'all to know, like, I got something to say. And yeah, it's going to be heard today. So sit back, enjoy yourself, get your notepad, get your smartphone. Yeah. Class is in session per usual. Yeah, Dr. Naye song. Wait a minute, Naye songs. We finna run it right back. Dr. Naye Liggines, y'all, aka Naye the Gem Droppa. We in the building. Yeah, and speaking of Naye songs, that's my music name. If you got Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you can get music, go ahead, do me a solid. Check out some of my records. Let me know what you think. And really not even let me know what you think, because I already know they fire. You see what I'm saying? But that's just another story for another day. Yeah. Here's point number 1 for me, all right? Most of us are conditioned to think that a job loss equals failure. But it's not failure, it's freedom. Now, I know you might be thinking, how is it freedom? I just lost my main source of income. I get it. I get it. But the other side of it is, think about this. How many people do you know who stay in jobs that drain them and because they're scared to leave? That's a lot of people that I know. Like, I don't want to put my family out there, but that's a lot of my family members. That's what I grew up seeing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, every job that I've been to, I've seen people that's been at that job 10 and 15 years. And when it comes to them celebrating their anniversary at their job, they are miserable. They are drained. I had one lady, I was working for this company, and it was her 10-year anniversary. And I was sitting in her office when she was like, she didn't even recognize it was her 10-year anniversary. But she had opened up an envelope and it was like, hey, congratulations, it's your 10-year anniversary. We just want to let you know that you're doing a great job. That was it. That was all. And she was like, this is just a reminder that I've been at this fucking job for 10 years. And it's like, if I'm somewhere 10 years, a job, relationship, whatever, I don't want to be feeling like that at year 10. Like that don't sit well with me, because I'm like, think about how much time, effort, and energy you have placed in this space, and you're not even happy to be here. You would rather be somewhere else. I've never agreed with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's always been me, even like in high school. I remember we had this speaker come talk to my high school class, and he was just telling us like, yo, you probably gonna work till you're about 65, right? It's best to get a job and doing what you love so it doesn't feel like work. And it was just like, I actually understood that, because I'm like, dang, 65. I ain't really trying to work till I'm 65. Like, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to run it up. Like, I want to be a multi-millionaire before 40. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like, yeah, nah, I don't have a desire to be working for nobody till I'm 65 or whatever the situation is. Like, nah, I've never saw that for myself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, don't look at it as a loss. Like, look at it as freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because mental health is so important. You feel me? And when you are sitting in a space that's constantly draining you and no longer serving you, and you literally just showing up because a paycheck is tied to it, like, you become a slave of that thing. You know what I'm saying? So if it's the job, the relationship, whatever, you really become a slave to it, because it's like, you're not even here because you want to be here now. You know what I'm saying? You're here because it's tied to something that you feel like you need. And I'm not saying that you don't need money, but what I am saying is there are other ways to make money. It might take you to use this a little bit more, but there's ways to do it. Yeah, yeah, look. Second point. What if this is God's way of giving you your exit before you even ask for it? Now, listen, I don't know what your relationship with God is like, but I know for me, and it's like, I trust bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, it get complicated, and I'm not gonna hold you. I just experienced something over the weekend where I was ready to give it all away. You see what I'm saying? And it was just like, listen, you have to keep trusting God, even when it don't seem like anything is happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to believe. You got to have crazy faith in knowing that God is in the background working this thing out for me. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about God is, it's in his DNA. Like, bruh is literally the same God like yesterday, the day before, centuries ago, all of that. So if you didn't see him bring you out, or somebody else close to you out, or whatever the case might be, even if you just read the Bible, God showed favor to all of these people at the end of the day. Understand that this is the same God. You know what I'm saying? This is you. He's going to do it for you too. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, listen, you just got to keep holding on. Like, and you talking to somebody that know it get hard. It get complicated. But listen, I done seen some wild things. Like, God hasn't done everything that I've like asked him to do, but he has given me more than I've even asked for. You feel me? So I just got to continue to be patient, let it pan out, and you know what I'm saying? Keep the faith alive. Yeah, For sure. Hey, did y'all watch the Grammys recently? Listen, the Grammys was so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to everybody that won a Grammy. Two people that I really want to talk about real quick, though, is Tems. Like, she had brought her mom to the Grammys. It was her mom's first experience at the Grammys, and Shorty had left her job. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, she left her job. You hear me? Trusted her gift, like trusted God, and she won a Grammy. Like, again, I'm laughing because my girl is telling me like, Tems is very like, she's open about her relationship with God, and it's like yeah, Jesus' name is all over this. Like, never mind what you thinking, never mind what you think I serve or where I come from. Yeah, God's body type energy. And so I think that's dope to even be living out loud like that. Some people are scared. Oh yeah, I'm finna speak real quick. Some people are scared to talk about their relationship with God. And listen, when God do whatever it is that he's gonna do for you, you better mention his name. You better scream it to the mountaintops. You better tell the world that it was God, because it's going to be something that only God can do. Nothing else is going to make sense. What Callie say, God did? Yeah. Hey, big facts on the energy. You hear me? And then another person that I want to talk about is, I think her name is Doechii. Okay, y'all, Doechii, my bad. I know you watching this. Listen, I don't do well with names, so just, you hear me? Don't charge it to me. EC, what it do? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to have a nickname. But yeah, like, she got fired from her job. You hear me? And she got fired from her job 5 years ago. And here it is. If you watched the Grammys, you saw what was going on. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you finna sit here and tell me all this information about this girl, and they can't even hear you. And now I got to be left to relate a message. Man, come on, dog. Basically, what's being translated to me is, I don't know, what's her name? Doechii. I'm sorry. I don't know Doechii's full story. But apparently, she been 5 years. Well, she got fired 5 years ago. She then uploaded a YouTube video, and she told the people that she was about to go hard. About the music. Y'all see what I got to do? She don't even. Okay, exactly. Everybody hold on. Let me introduce to y'all Sandy the Muse, a.k.a. my girlfriend, a.k.a. Mrs. Gem Droppa. Y'all finna see why. Okay, let's go. Hold on, because this was crazy. This is ridiculous. Okay, now, talk to the people.
Okay, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Am I being picked up?
You are being picked up.
Okay, wonderful. So, Doechii's story is really cool and interesting because Doechii literally has uploaded her transition out of, like, let's just say civilian life into, like, stardom. She's documented this whole process. So, 5 years ago, she uploaded a YouTube video basically saying, I just got fired from my job today. She's literally eating chips, chilling, saying, I just got fired from my job today, but I'm not worried. Like, because I'm going to make this happen. Like, I'm just going to go full throttle on my journey. And as you guys know, like, Doechii really went viral on TikTok because she was making her way through the music scene. So TikTok started coming around. And it's all about divine timing. This is why you think that her being fired was her setback. But truly, it was paving the way for her to have the time and the effort, like because a lot of times we're too tired after our job to pursue our dreams and to pursue the path that God has for us. But truly, it set her up to be able to win, and that's why it's an honorable mention, not only for her, but just so, like, look at what God is doing. Look at what God can do for you if you stop fighting what his path is for you. Because Doechii always knew that music was her passion. And a lot of times we sit up here and ignore like our passions because we were taught that our passions aren't going to get us paid.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you something about God's currency. He don't care about what's going to get you paid in USD. He don't care. What he cares about is what his will for your life is and how you're going to expand the kingdom. And the first thing that she did when she got up there was thank God. The first thing that she did. So that's all I have to say.
No, first of all, thank you for allowing the people to hear what you have to say. I think it is important that you allow your voice to be heard because you do have something to say. But I also like hearing her story is really dope because it's like it's a lot of us dream chasers today. You know what I'm saying? Like you have no idea, what is gonna happen, but one thing we do know is not gonna happen is if you don't actually take the time out to pursue your dreams and listen to God, ain't nothing gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You're literally going.
Shot you don't take.
Yeah, you definitely miss every shot you don't take. You're gonna fall by the wayside, and a lot of us are gonna continue to basically do the things that we saw growing up, which is watching our parents and our, just people going to a job that they hate every single day and don't have nothing to show for it. You feel what I'm saying? No work-life balance, no good memories with the family. Only thing that they remember is, I've been working for 30 years. Okay, what's like, what do you have to show? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, and I don't want to disrespect nobody, but it's like a lot of times if we can keep it a buck, it'd be the bare minimum. And I say the bare minimum meaning, well, we had a roof over our head. We had clothes on our back. And it's like, I'm God's child. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Like we having that. He want us to have an abundant life. You feel what I'm saying? Like what else? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think it's important, man, to stop ignoring purpose. You know what I'm saying? And when I say purpose, some people might be asking, well, how do I find my purpose? You don't find it, it finds you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that itch. It's that thing that keep coming back. And you keep like, oh, no, I just like to do that from time to time. And then you really over there like, dang, I do a good job with that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, like that I might be on to something. But like Sandy said, though, I agree with this, and I actually experienced this myself. A lot of people feel like your purpose, it don't pay. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no money in it. And it's like, again, a lot of us don't grow up around people who are actually living in their purpose, walking in their purpose. So that's how we get attached to the whole idea of, well, we supposed to stay at a job that's just breaking us. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
I just wanted to say one of the things that I love about Mike's side, I know he might be controversial to most people, but I just have one question. Where else do you see preachers living in what they preach about? Like, it's very seldom, very seldom that you see people who are preaching about staying down even when it's hard. People who are preaching about the crazy, like, y'all, I'm just gonna say it. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about that man, like, but you cannot say that he's a liar.
Big facts.
Like, he has proof of how he has toiled and tried, and he hasn't been perfect. And I think that's the biggest message that he's trying to teach you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all really need to get into your word, because if you get into your word, you'll see that Pastor Mike is literally the epitome of most of the characters within the Bible, where they had their own goals, and they had to set them aside for the purpose of their life. Yeah. And I just wanted to say that if the main thing that sells Mike Todd is his relatability. And I think that if we all just took a step back and listened to what our purpose is, because his story came full circle. God told him to give up music His wife, his mom, everybody says music is Mike. Mike is music. So to give that up, to give up who you are as a core being, a living sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Am I saying on track? Is it too broad of a subject? I just...
Okay, well, what I'll say is, I agree with you. Mike is, that's what sells him. Like you said, he's relatable. And it goes back to, like you said, we have to set aside our plans. And if you really want to know what your purpose is, like for real, your purpose is to serve God. God literally put us on earth so that we can serve him and that his will be done. That's purpose. And that's why I said it's not anything that you can find. It has to find you. You see what I'm saying? But like she was saying, he wanted to do music. He knew he was going to do music, but he had to literally set aside his plans to do what God told him to do, which was be a pastor. And here they are. Shout out to Mike Todd and Natalie Todd. Y'all just celebrated 10 years in ministry. Super dope. Congratulations. And I myself appreciate y'all. You hear what I'm saying? For representing Christ to the lost and found. Y'all had to represent him to me, and I'm live and direct right now. You feel me? So thank y'all. And Mike, thank you for trusting and listening to God. But literally, like, that's what this whole episode is all about, man. Like, that detour that God is getting ready to take you on, I know it's uncomfortable. You hear me? I know it's a road ahead full of uncertainty and all of that. But literally, talk to God. Be honest with him about how you feeling. Lord, I don't know where you taking us, but you chose me and I trust you. Like, have that conversation with him and ask him for clarity and ask Holy Spirit to step in and order your steps. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you're not familiar with Jeremiah 29 verse 11, nah, for real, go check it out. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about the word is, I haven't read the Bible, you know what I'm saying, front to back. But one thing that I can stand on is when God say something, he mean what he say. And he gonna do what he gonna do what he say. So I don't want to get too much into it. We got to do a part 2. Next time we're gonna do a part 2. Go ahead.
Before we skedaddle, Jeremiah 29:11 is good, but a lot of times we read these scriptures without an anchor to like make us remember it. The anchor for Jeremiah 29:11 is simply Jeremiah 29:10.
Okay.
And so the full verse is, this is what the Lord says, when 70 years are completed for Babylon, I will come to you and fulfill my good promise to bring you back to this place. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. This whole chapter is about God's promises and how even if it takes 70 years, I still have plans for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, we don't want to stay down long enough to get to our future.
Yep.
Doechii could have given up at year 2.
Shoot.
Doechii could have given up at year 2. Michael Todd could have given up at year 2 because guess what? Crazy Faith hadn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand what it takes to shift your reality, the way that you're asking God to shift it.
Big facts on the energy.
It is going to take the equivalent of 70 years. But just like, even if it takes 70 years, the same God that he was back then, he is right now, and he will renew time.
Yeah, restore it. Come on.
He will restore it all to you.
Yeah.
But you have got to stay down, and quiet is kept. Sometimes it takes us 70 years because we're not staying down.
And that's what I was going to say. Yep.
Go ahead, lady.
We won't stay down enough to learn the lesson. Pay attention to what he's trying to show us. And so instead, and we'll feel it, we'll feel drained. unfulfilled, like just very much like and it's like, okay, you right there, and God is like, tag me in, tag me in, call my name, cry out to me, and it's like, I'm tired. Okay, again, I hear you, I'm with you, I call my name, you hear me? Some of us be scared to call his name, like we don't, cause we don't trust him, we don't believe it, like.
Make the sound.
Man.
That is what it is. It's like we live in such a world that, let me tell you guys something. They said I go too broad. I'm trying to really like narrow it down for you. But truly, like, you have to make noise when it comes to him. Because he's making noise. He's moving mountains for you.
Uh-huh.
And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get too deep into it. Because it's going to be like, you are talking too broad. They don't understand. You're getting lost in the sauce.
We got to do a part 2. See, you know what? I'm going to get on top of your head later. Because I'm like, I've been wanting to do this. But in the meantime, listen, y'all. I hope that y'all was able to catch all of these gems. Man, if not, go back, watch it, write stuff down, take notes, and literally apply it to your life. You hear me? Don't look at the job loss as a failure or as a setback. It's literally God getting ready to position you. You hear me? You're going to go through the valley, but I promise you're going to come out on top. You hear me? In the meantime, between time, I'm Naye Liggines. Remember to follow me on all social media at Naye the Gem Droppa, YouTube, Naye the Gem Droppa, Instagram, the whole thing. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the content. And until next time, set it up and run it up per usual.